Welcome back. We are now going to learn about minerals and their uses, so how we use minerals. We have the same element. We're still talking about, with our standard, we're still talking about the surface of the earth. That's where our minerals are made. And we're still talking about how minerals make up rocks. So rocks are actually composed of minerals. So right now we're going to look at some specifics about minerals and how they form and then how we use them. Crystals are solid with atoms arranged in orderly repeated patterns. And whenever we have a mineral form, it's actually a crystal. So it's important to understand that it's solid and it has that orderly arrangement of atoms like we learned in our previous lesson. Some crystals form from magma, which is hot and melted rock below the Earth's surface. So if you look at our pictures, you see the magma chamber in the one picture, and that's showing you that that magma is under the crust of the Earth, so inside the Earth. Lava, on the other hand, is when that magma erupts or comes out onto the surface of Earth. We call that lava. So lava is molten rock on the surface of Earth. Magma is molten rock underneath the crust of the Earth. When magma cools slowly, and remember we said magma, so underneath the Earth's surface, when it cools slowly, then those crystals have enough time to grow larger and larger because that magma is taking a long time to grow, so it gives those minerals enough time to arrange bigger and bigger. But when magma cools rapidly or quickly, then those minerals are small. So just a smaller mineral, harder to see, not as big, because that magma cools fast, so it doesn't give those minerals enough time to grow and form big. When we talk about the crust of the earth and what elements make up the crust of the earth, there are 8 elements that make up 98% of the earth's crust. And they are listed right here: oxygen, silicon, aluminum, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, and magnesium. If you look at the chart, the little diagram that's there, look and see if you can tell what are the 2 most abundant elements in our Earth's crust. You should be able to tell that oxygen is the most abundant element in our Earth's crust, and then silicon is the next most important. And that's pretty important when we talk about minerals. Because minerals are grouped by their composition. And we actually have this group of minerals called silicates. And that means that they have silicon, oxygen. Remember, those are the 2 most abundant elements in the Earth's crust. So silicates have silicon, oxygen, and 1 or more other elements that form together, and that's what we call a silicate mineral. These are the most common rock-forming minerals. If you haven't gotten a chance to write this down yet, silicon and oxygen are the 2 most abundant elements in the Earth's crust. Very important. They form the building block of many of our minerals. Ways that we use minerals. One thing is, gems are minerals, but they're just minerals that are rare, beautiful, and highly priced, like diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, any of those gems, those very high price, what you'd see in the jewelry store. The Cullinan diamond and the Hope diamond are famous historical gems, and that's what's in the picture right now. The blue one is the Hope diamond, and the other pictures are the Cullinan diamond. Gems also have industrial applications like abrasive lasers and used in electronics. And you'll see some of the lasers and the cell phones, video cameras, things like that, that we actually use gems in. Minerals can contain other useful elements. What we call an ore, make sure you know this, an ore is a mineral or a rock that is used for a profit. So it's mined for a profit. And normally these elements have to be refined, purified from the ore. So if you look at the picture, these are all metals that we mine. And so like the first one, hematite, we mine hematite to get the iron out of it. So we actually take the iron out of this mineral. You can also see we mine for zinc, copper, and aluminum as well. So these would all be called ores because we mine them for a profit. Profit means to make money. Some elements dissolve in fluids. They travel through weaknesses in rocks, and in those weaknesses form mineral deposits called vein mineral deposits. So in the picture below, this is quartz. The white is quartz, and the gold that you see in there is actually gold that has crept through that mineral and actually deposited in those cracks of that quartz mineral. Iron is another mineral that we use. It's actually a metal that we use for ships, frying pans, and magnets. Aluminum we use for bicycles, aluminum foil, soft drink cans, parts of cars, and planes. Titanium is another element and mineral that we use for golf clubs, racing bikes, car parts, wheelchairs, and bone replacement, such as hips and knees when you're dealing with surgery. What you want to make sure you know for class is the two most abundant elements on Earth. Please make sure you know that. And how we use minerals. So examples of how we use minerals in our lives.